Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to Math Time with Mrs. Anaya. All right, boys and girls, I want you to repeat after me. Say, I can tell time to the hour. Great job, boys and girls. Now, here's what I want you to do. I just want you to sit and listen to today's lesson. Now, we will be learning how to tell time on a clock and how to read it. But there are some important things we need to do before we learn how to read a clock. And that is we have to learn about the hands on a clock. Now, there are two hands on the clock, and they're both very important. The long hand is the minute hand. It tells us the minutes. The short hand is this red one right here. The short hand is red, and it tells us the hour. Now, boys and girls, there are 60 minutes on a clock face. So the minute hand is a long hand. Skip count by fives with me. Now we're going to count the spaces in between, but we're going to count by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So there are 60 minutes in a clock or in an hour. Now, boys and girls, we are going to count the numbers on the clock. There are only 12 hours on a clock face. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are only 12 hours, and the hour hand, the short hand, is the one that will point to the hour, that little red one. Now, boys and girls, the word minute, this is something to help you remember the hands. Because if I were to ask you right now, which one's the hour hand, which one's the minute hand, you might forget like which one's the long hand, which one's the short hand, which one's minute, which one's hour. Here's a little trick to remember it by. The word minute right there on the green has a couple of letters. Let's count how many letters there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a lot of letters for a word. So the word minute is long. That will help you remember that it is the long hand because the word is so long. Think long hand. The word hour right here is only 4 letters, so it is very short. So that will help you remember that the short hand is the hour hand. Now, boys and girls, when the minute hand is pointing up to the 12, like it is right now, remember the minute hand is the long hand. When it's pointing up to the 12, we read the time as o'clock. And in this case, the hour hand is pointing to the 3. That's the hour hand. That is the hour. So it is, we would read it like this. We would say it is 3 o'clock. Good job. Now the minute hand is pointing to the 12 still. So it's still o'clock, but the hour hand is pointing to the 5. So let's read this time together. What time is it? It is 5 o'clock. What time is it now? It's pointing to the 1, and the minute hand is still pointing to the 12, so it's still o'clock. What time is it? 1 o'clock. Now we can always spell it out in words, 1 o'clock, or we can write it like this, 1, the 2 dots, and 0, 0 for o'clock. Another hour went past. What time is it now? 2 o'clock. Another hour has gone by. What time is it? 3 o'clock. What time is it? 4 o'clock. What time is it? 5 o'clock. Let me hear you. What time is it? 6 o'clock. What time is it? 7 o'clock. Something's going to happen now. Watch. Look at the screen. 2 hours went past. What time is it? 9 o'clock. What time is it now? 11 o'clock. And what time is it now? They're both facing the 12. The minute hand is still at o'clock. The hour hand is pointing to 12. So what time is it? 12 o'clock. Very good. Now, boys and girls, here's what I need you to do. I need you to pause and go and get your math book. Hit play once you have your math book. All right, boys and girls. Now, do you have your math book out? Okay, so I need you to open up to page 203. Page 203. It looks like this, 203. Let me write it up here, 203, page 203. And I am going to put my first name and my last name. Go ahead and put yours and put today's date, boys and girls. You will put it right here. Okay. Now we are going to read the clock and write the time on the digital clock. So we'll read this time and we'll write it in here. So remember, the long hand is the minute hand. In this case, it's the blue right there. Do you see it? That's the long hand, the minute hand. So it's pointing to o'clock, which is the 12. And the hour hand is pointing to 2. So it is 2 o'clock. Let's go to number 3 or number 2 right here. Well, it's o'clock there. What time is it? To the hour hand, 3 o'clock. Okay, let's go down to number 3. Well, I know it's still, the minute hand is still pointing to the 12, which is o'clock, so I can put that down. What is the hour hand pointing to? 9 o'clock. Now, number 4, the minute hand is still pointing to o'clock. What is the hour hand pointing to? 10 o'clock. What about right here on number 5, boys and girls? Let me hear you say it. What time is it? Very good, 6 o'clock. What time is it right here, boys and girls? It's pointing to the 1, and it's still pointing to o'clock. So what time is that? 1 o'clock. Good job, boys and girls. Here's what you're going to do. You are going to finish 7, 8, 9, and 10 on your own, okay? So finish up these last 4 on your own. Boys and girls, I'm so proud of you learning how to tell time today. I will see you again the next day, boys and girls. Have a wonderful day. Finish all your slide deck work. Bye.